Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Town of Douglas Conservation Commission meeting for Monday, December 16th. The time is 7 p.m. First item on the agenda is a public hearing for 38 Railroad Avenue, Howard BALLOU. And we already had the cards.
Yes.
And we're just looking for the...
It was that legal ad issue.
Yes, that legal ad.
And beyond that, there's one other issue we did bring up because it was 2 meetings ago,
Yeah.
if I could.
Yes.
Thank you. There was some question about the perk heat at the Caltech unit, or the infiltration at the Caltech unit. So I had the engineer go back with a contractor, dig a deep hole there, over and above what he stated in the letter I gave you the last meeting. The water table, the modeling was 1 foot higher. The design is, and that's what I sent to Steve and you, there was a slight change in design. Instead of being at 503 intercepted the Caltech before, the unit is raised 1 foot higher.
Thank you.
1 foot higher for the modeling, just to make sure everything is right by the book. I didn't want that to come in and did you do the whole...
We wanted it to work.
Oh, we want it to work. 1 foot above
Yeah.
the water table was
Okay,
what it was, it's 2
so
now.
before you go any further, I'm gonna read the advertisement.
That's yours also.
Thank you.
There's a legal ad, I think you have. but
The
there's another
Town
one.
of Douglas Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing for Lucille Gallagher. Hold on one second.
Is that the right one?
Yeah.
I don't want to be picky, but we had this big monster light installed, so
Okay.
people
See
could-
this?
All right, sorry, let me just finish this up.
Yes.
For Lucille Gallagher on December 2nd, 2019 at 7 p.m. in the Municipal Center, 29 Depot Street, for work to be done pursuant to the Town of Douglas Wetland Bylaw and the Wetland Protection Act, Mass General Law 131, Section 40. The proposed work location will be done on 38 Railroad Avenue, Douglas, and involves the construction of an 840 square foot garage in the buffer zone to a bordering vegetative wetland. So we did come in on December 2nd, and I opened it to continue by necessity. So
A
that we were-
snowstorm or something, we had talked to somebody from the town hall and said that you were gonna continue, that was that night it
And
was
I
gonna
did
snow.
record it and submitted it to Steve. So, now you can begin.
It's the project we've been working on for this edition. It went through ZBA, it passed there, they were requiring the Caltech, but we didn't want to prove that it was functioning. I just received the plans a couple of days ago, but that's the only change, is this land is, if you look at the old plan, it's 1 foot higher, so there's some post grading that ran around, and again, to function at 2 feet above the water table was the point. And I did not want, although the engineer had explained that he looked at the water, where the wetland was, and some other preliminary work he didn't actually do a hole there. So I did ask him to do the hole as should be, so that we can prove we are 2 feet above the water table with the bottom of the Caltech unit. And that's the only change.
Did you submit new plans to Maria?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
And I have 2 copies
What's
for
the
you.
last revision date on it?
Thank you.
Here you go, that's it.
19. Last revision date, thank you, is 12/12/19. I emailed the PDF, the copies over to Maria, and we had 2 hard copies for the Conservation Commission also.
Can you explain what a Caltech unit is?
It's an
You just spoken
infiltrator,
of?
it takes the roof runoff and it puts that runoff back into the ground. Instead of running over land, it's what, if you're newer, what DEP, a lot of, under stormwater regulations, if you're at 4 houses or greater, you have to perform stormwater. In some towns that have bylaws, they require you to perform stormwater even at 1 house. The ZBA, there was a question at the ZBA level about infiltration. And so that carried over into this conservation. And so the Caltech unit is this unit right here, which there's a design over here, and it takes that roof runoff and puts it back in the ground, so it's not overland flow.
Is there an outfall to the Caltech
There's
unit?
emergency outflows to the Caltech units where the water can discharge if it fills all the way to the top. They're normally designed for 1/2 inch in 24 hours is the state reg, and we do 1 inch in 24 hours, a 1 inch rain event in 24 hours if it's a critical area, drinking water supply, a beach or a cold water fishery. So that's when it triggers into the higher infiltration rate required if you're dumping into any one of those 3 areas called under stormwater critical. Otherwise, it's a half and 24. This is a half and 24.
Thank you.
Okay, so, any trees to be removed?
None. This is an open area. I think we
And
had
we've
some.
got, you're gonna stockpile outside the 100,
Yes, any material coming out is, any excess is going off-site immediately.
so no stockpiling on site then.
Right. Only the material used to backfill the foundation when it's done, the footing. It's just a footing. So you need, whether it be 15 yards to back, once you dig the hole, excess goes, the rest, the foundation cures, and then you put it back up against the foundation within a day or two. It is, we do have the erosion controls, and here's the stockpile there, proposed stockpile location. We do have it in the
Oh,
buffer
I
zone.
don't, oh, I have the wrong plan then. Yeah, I have the wrong one. You have the
That's
wrong
the
one too.
earlier version where the culvert was 1 foot lower. That's the only, that's the change.
Is the deck going to be removed? That, it sure looks like the building, proposed building is on top of the deck.
Existing deck
To
to be removed. Right here. I know you didn't see the plan, but it's on there.
So the deck is only to be removed where the building is? It's still going to be in place for the, in the other?
There's a wooden ramp,
other
handicapped
sections.
child lives in this house.
Yep.
And that's the wooden ramp.
Yep.
And the full deck is being removed here. There will be, for the back corner of the house, we are still coming into the house off this portion of the deck. But the portion that's underneath the addition will be gone. It's a buffer zone project with a portion of the deck being removed and infiltration back into the ground on a flat area that is part of the yard presently. I think Mr. Zisk might have some photos of that, but it's a flat area.
There it is.
Here it
This
is.
unit,
Yes, sir.
I'm a little concerned about the stockpiling, because we
Is-
typically have it outside the 100.
If we could take a condition that it's only the material used to backfill the footing, no excess material, all the rest will be as it's being.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's just the footing.
Well, I don't want,
It's pretty flat.
you know, the foundation to be poured and then it be sitting there for
Well,
multiple weeks.
We'll take the condition immediately, that we adhere to your condition. We need a little bit just for that backfill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
I think it's gonna be on this over here where the fill is, towards the street. I mean, I think
Okay.
it's on the other side of the project.
Away from the well.
I think there was a pool there at one time.
this unit you referred to that
So
will
it's just, it's really
take the
just
drain
a
water and
foundation.
put it back underground.
Yes, sir.
What is that called?
Coltec, that's the name of the brand name of the company is
Okay.
Coltec. There are different types of infiltrators, the one that we're using here is Coltec.
Is that shown on
It's
the drawing
jacuzzi.
here?
There's the unit and there's the design.
Here's the video here.
That one bigger?
That's where it's going right
Yeah,
there.
it's pretty
Mhm.
flat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can see the old, there's an
You
old
can see
above-ground
the-
pool.
Yeah,
right.
you can see where it was.
And you're planning to regrade right up to the shed?
Yes, with those post gradings to account for that. There's only a 1 foot rise if we look at it.
Okay.
Around the existing, the one that you just pulled out,
Mm-hmm.
it's 503. If we look at the new one, the 503 has 1 foot cover to account for, although there seems to be, and there is, this post grading, it's just tracking that grade. In actuality, if we look at the 503 on the old, here's the 503 going around it before it just intercepted into the side of it on the
Mhm.
pre-plant. So there's a very little rise,
Mhm.
but it does account for where that modeling was.
Oh, okay.
Do you know why the building wasn't shifted just a little bit more to the east so that you wouldn't have to remove the deck?
No,
Just a
don't know.
question.
Don't know. Setbacks, or front yard, rear yard setbacks, they don't need the deck as much as they need the the addition. The engineer worked with the builder to design it this way. The wetland consultant didn't work with the builder or engineer to, what we did want is to make sure that the structure was over 50 feet from wetlands to conform with your bylaw. No structure within 50 feet.
Yeah. Right, they got room, right, Mark? I mean, but,
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand why you would want to keep
Logistically.
the deck and to have a garage. It just doesn't make sense to me, that's all.
I mean,
I
you'd
mean,
have
you
to-
can do whatever you want, but,
Yeah, we don't know if they're gonna put, if they're pulling into the garage and then putting a lift in there to the deck. We don't know how, if they're doing some funky thing like that to be so close to the deck to attach it.
It was,
yeah.
it's what they needed.
I
I
mean,
ran into the child when I went there, and he was the only one home at the time. That's what he needs. That's- We appreciate that you had another meeting too. Thank you again, 2 weeks after the second, because of that snowstorm. Thank you. We weren't quite sure if it was gonna be continued from the day before. I wasn't really looking for the continuance, I just was calling to see if there was one. and then
it was
turned-
getting,
and
yeah,
then
it
it
was,
turned into-
it was bad, yeah,
Yeah, it did get nasty later that day.
yes.
That was that second
We
part
made
of the
it home.
storm event.
Okay.
Thank you.
Where's the driveway?
Oh, Mike, do you wanna
where's
see
it,
this
what's that,
one?
Mike? Where's the driveway? Yeah, right, that's the retaining wall.
So you can see in the movie,
Let's see what that
this
goes.
square here.
The driveway will be saw cut so that it accounts for, so we're not gonna be ripping the driveway up, except for
Yeah,
where.
And what about the block retaining wall? That's
All material.
staying.
Except for where that,
Okay.
where it goes into the building location.
Yeah,
It'll still
okay.
interface.
Right where I'm at, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up a little. Right there, that's, this
Okay.
part here is staying.
Mm-hmm,
And from this is where the structure's going, right here.
mm-hmm.
There was a previous structure there? Was this
There's a
structure?
pool.
Oh, it's
Cool.
You can see the outline. Right about
Right
here.
about-
Over
you
here?
can see that round thing, that edge. The
Oh,
sand is
sand,
underneath.
sand.
Leaves and stuff in there now,
And board, anybody else have any questions? Steve?
No. All in existing disturbed area, no trees. 50 feet outside the buffer zone, pretty flat. They, you know, we didn't ask for the Coltex, but they put it in.
Yeah, ZBA did that.
Came along with-
I know ZBA asked it for,
Mhm.
okay.
Yes.
And, you know, roof is considered clean.
Yes.
Clean water out of the DEP.
Right, it's not a metal roof. Sometimes we get those industrial copper or something, then they're not, but this, a regular asphalt is.
And then we got the foundation drains or roof drains are relatively clean water.
Yeah, it's a
considered.
groundwater foundation drain.
Okay.
All right.
This is a public hearing. Anyone in the audience? Question, concern? No? Okay. Board? I think this is, the plan has everything that we like on it. I see just our standard conditions. Anybody wants to give it a whirl?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay,
Um,
close the public hearing.
It's an order of conditions here, right? I'll make a motion that we issue an order of conditions
We'll
for...
close the public hearing.
Oh. Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Okay, motion's made.
Second.
Second, all's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll move to issue an order of conditions for 38 Railroad Avenue, Howard Blue. Any special thing you
Standard,
added?
standard conditions.
Standard conditions.
Motion's been made.
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you
very
for your
much.
time, Conservation Commission, very much. Good
Okay.
holidays to you all.
Yes,
Yeah,
Merry
you too.
Christmas.
Thank you. Holidays.
Oh, is the, Oak Street?
Hi, yes.
Oh, I'm here for Oak Street, okay.
Okay.
Didn't have to be, but very good.
so we'll take you next.
Thanks a lot, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So under
Did
discussion,
you want this back, or are we gonna keep this?
What's that?
Do you want this, when did you want
we
this?
Those
have
are-
45 Oak
Those are
Street.
yours, good for you.
Both, okay.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So that's right, so this is the right way to fold it, things like that.
Oh, it wasn't folded before.
There's actually one way to fold it, I don't know if you know that.
I see everybody doing it the
It's
same
like
way all
this.
the time. But when it was rolled previously, I didn't wanna put the creases in it. That's
Oh,
all.
I know,
This
because
one was rolled.
when you make a copy and you make the crease so hard, you get a shadow.
Oh, really? That's a good
Yeah.
reason. Oh, you did
yeah.
that like you've done this before.
Did you wanna come on up?
Yeah,
So
So you
next,
fold it,
the item under discussion, we've got 45
So
Oak
this-
Street.
that shows up.
Name,
Outside.
address, you can have a seat, you can push that stuff over.
I'll have to practice.
So you Oak Street?
Yeah, good
All right,
evening, everyone.
okay,
My
great.
name's Matt Parlon. I work for Blue Wood Solar, and
Okay.
we're working with Beals and Thomas. Thank you for hearing me tonight.
Okay,
Appreciate
good.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was just a simple ANRAD submission, just given the time of year.
Yeah.
We were hoping just before we submit an NOI regarding the solar
Yeah.
array that Mrs. Mazinski was hoping to put up, for it would be
Yeah.
prudent to just first get
Right, so
wetland line
the,
in order.
it's not the public tonight's not the opening of the public hearing or anything.
Yes.
Right,
Yep.
so it was just, when they submitted the application, I sent a submit, because the time was since with the winter, we tried to get out there, so I gave it to, all the submissions to Art Allen, who usually does some of these big projects for the commission. He gave a price quote right here, $1,600, forwarded it to the consultant who agreed to pay the fee. And so if the commission approves for that method, then we'll send the our consultant out there, and hopefully, weather pending, he can have a report done before the, for the opening of the public hearing.
He's hoping.
So that's pretty much
So,
what
yeah,
the agenda's for.
okay. So, I'd like a formal motion to, accept the bid of 1,600 for the peer review for, EcoTec.
So moved?
I'll make
Formal
it.
enough?
No, yeah, that's fine. Motion's been made.
I'll second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So he's gonna hit the ground running, and then, when are they on the,
I think the first meeting in January.
I believe the
Whatever date
6th,
it-
correct?
6th?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you can just submit a check for the 1,600?
That's the 6th.
Perfect. I think that should have been included in the ANRAD that was sent along.
I'll double check with Marie tomorrow night.
All right.
All right, great, and that's it. We can't really say too much about the project.
Yeah, sure thing.
It's
Just
not open
here in
public
case any
hearing.
questions came
I
up.
mean, it's really, it's a,
Straightforward.
given the amount of, it's Susan Mazinski's backfields, I don't know if you know, so there's a limited amount of resource areas,
Mhm.
given the
Definitely.
amount of fields that are out there. It's up on a big hill.
All right, great. Well, thank you for your time,
Thanks
everyone.
for coming
I
in.
appreciate
Have a
it.
good
Thank you.
night.
Happy holidays, and
You
look forward
too.
to working with you all in the new year.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to pass over the request for a certificate of compliance for Deer Crossing Development. Not quite there yet. Request of parcel release of certificates. I think we already voted
You voted, I
a
think you
long
just need
time
to
ago. We will
sign
need
for
to
those.
sign because it's properly filled out at
Yeah,
this
the
point.
book and page need to be properly filled out, so I think we can just sign that tonight.
Yeah, Mark,
Uh,
I think that was before you.
Yeah,
your
on,
time.
on the, I've talked to the owner on the request certificate of compliance for Woodland Road. When I went out there, the grass wasn't fully grown, they just finished some of the storm drainage on the thing, so I requested that they wait till spring, and he agreed.
Okay.
Okay, so, and have it, an as-built done.
This
He wasn't ready, they were trying to rush it because they sold the
Mhm.
property,
Finari,
but
it
I
used to
said,
be Finari.
No, so
Is it different?
Steve's back to number 2.
I just want to give you an
already.
update that they're
What?
why, the reason why we're continuing it.
Yeah, because there is a notice in your packet.
But the owner, just for the
the
record, that the
request.
owner is aware of it, and he agreed that he's willing to continue it till, at a later date.
And Douglas Renewables, number 4, 170 West Street.
Yeah, I'd like to hold off on that, because I don't think an as-built came in, so this was for the crossing. They actually
Mhm.
did a nice job with the crossing.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, I went out this weekend before the heavy rain, took a look at all the culverts, but
Did you
I
take
like.
pictures?
I didn't
Okay.
upload them right
All
now.
right,
I
that's
didn't
fine.
expect, but they have to remove some of the, what's happening is that they have, when they did the crossing, they put the silt fence and some of the hay bales in the, across the area, and it's so inundated that it's kind of backing up a little bit. They have to remove those, and I think they should submit an as-built for the
Mhm.
crossing,
Mhm.
and I didn't see that come in.
Okay.
Didn't we ask them for that before?
We did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it came in and it's hidden in
Yeah.
somewhere, but
Because I know we can.
we can address that on the 6th.
Okay.
This is number 4 you're talking about?
Yes, and they started,
Form H is missing.
but they hopped up to the other side. They put the erosion controls on the other side of the, and maybe I'll give some updated photos for the next meeting if you
Mhm.
want. And they started land clearing for the solar farm itself.
Great. They must have got their funding. Okay. And number 5, meeting minutes. We do not have October 7th still. And we did not have them for,
Yeah,
oh, wait,
yeah,
actually, we
do.
have them
They are.
now.
We have them today.
Okay. So, I don't know if everybody wants to read these. Right now.
I did earlier.
I looked at
Okay.
October, just for my input,
Mhm.
I looked at October 7 and
Mhm.
didn't see anything.
No, it looked okay to me as well, so
Yeah.
Okay.
if no one's got a problem, I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes as submitted.
Motion made.
Second.
Second, all's in favor?
Aye.
That
Okay.
one's good.
October 21st.
Is this the first time? No.
I think, was this the one that was missing when we came in November?
No, the
Why?
21st, no, the 7th one was missing. I
It
thought.
was,
Yeah. I didn't see anything in 21, but I don't know. So we must have gotten it
I didn't
last
either.
time.
It just reminded me of something I wanted to bring up under discussion, but I didn't have any problems with the minutes.
Okay.
Neither did I.
I'll make a motion, we, do you have a problem with the minutes before?
I haven't read them, I'm afraid, so,
Okay.
but I probably won't if you guys don't.
Oh, I didn't see anything anyway, but I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted to the commission.
Okay, motion been made.
Second.
Seconded, all in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Okay. Moving right along.
and this one I didn't really get to take a look at.
November 4th. I think this is the first time we've seen this, right? November 4th?
Yes.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, because like we had one meeting back then and one meeting.
Well, yeah, the one got canceled, December 2nd, right? This would have been the one we would have reviewed then?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a question. Can you double check the, person that came in for Denise Davis from Maple Street?
Oh, the Scott Goddard question?
Yeah, of
Oh,
Goddard
okay.
Consulting. I don't think that was his name.
The owner? I mean, the
No,
contractor?
the
I got a
consultant.
question mark there.
Oh,
I'm not
Scott
sure
Goddard.
who did it.
Okay.
It was Goddard Consulting though, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had come in the last time.
Yeah, I have his email address.
Okay.
You want me to go get it real quick?
No, no,
Maple Street.
we can just double check that.
Yeah, I have his email. It's probably on his report too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we ought to probably put these minutes in abeyance until we
Yeah,
get this,
There's a chance to read
Yeah.
it.
get this,
we can do that.
do it right.
Any other question marks?
Yeah, I can go over this one.
So a couple things, Hough Road, how's that coming along with the hoses?
They haven't resubmitted.
Okay.
It's her certificate, so they're not gonna get a certificate of
That
compliance
was,
until
you
she
know, we were
does.
talking about that infiltration system there. That's the kind of thing they needed on Hough Road.
That's right.
Ground-
Because they just
Groundwater
had
is
the hoses
probably-
on the top of the ground, and that wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
But she didn't seem like she wanted to
No.
comply, so I was
No.
kinda curious about that.
Well, you have to make sure that they're not installed in groundwater, so that they're full all the time, because it is just, you know, the hydrostatic pressure will just go into that.
That would have run
Container.
right into other people's, right off the property and everything there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got a lot.
She also lives somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Out of state, out of
She built,
country. isn't
this
it?
was to sell, I think. It might be for sale already.
It is.
It is? It's for sale?
Oh.
Yeah, she's not there.
And then the other thing was, that we were gonna check on, what was the other
I
thing?
wanted to ask you, where's the state with the removal of those 200-300 trees they're talking about
So
at the state forest?
yes, so I actually walked, I walked the open space lady, Becky Keller. I had a question about a trail. You know when you go down Wallace Road before you get to the
I
reservoir?
don't know.
Let's see.
what it's-
Right. Let's see. So here's.
Wallace, in the
Here's the
reservoir?
causeway, here's the causeway, so
Where's
right here, there is a,
Yeah,
right here, there's a pullover here for, you can see the little state park. There's some horses, equestrians, they pull
like
in
a
there.
parking area?
It's a little parking
Like
area.
a trailer or
Yeah,
something? Oh,
yeah.
I got
As
you.
you go down there, so
Yeah.
there's a trail, this trail here that comes through here, she says it gets flooded out, they wanted to do some work on it. We went out when it was full of snow.
Oh, that's
I
all
walked
right,
there with the
sorry.
new guy who took over for Kerry Vandernacker and the open space lady, so I said, I'll go back when the snow melts, and it was a lot of pine and stuff, so it looked like it was all up. But I went back there, I took some videos and stuff, there's it's amazing, there's a little upper wetland, and was a vernal pool, that overflowing across where they wanna do the work down into another wetland. So I emailed it back and says, that's jurisdictional, you'll have to file or something, you know, so, it was, it was almost like an intermittent stream. But it was, get back to the point, I talked to the new gentleman that took over for the state, and he said that the company, I think they awarded
Oh, the bid?
Mhm.
the bid.
I knew they were
Probably-
bidding it out.
It's probably gonna start he's gonna call me first, he's supposed, it's gonna start sometime in probably next month.
Oh, really?
Where's the crossing?
But I go out there check it
Yeah,
out.
because they were supposed to chip all that stuff and broadcast it.
Yeah, they haven't started yet.
Nothing on that, okay.
What's that?
Where's the crossing, how far up?
Let's see.
Not, what do we call it, the
Where they wanted to cross?
up the Wallace,
Oh,
I
here's
think they
the,
cross it to the other side of the
causeway?
causeway.
Yeah, here's the causeway.
Okay.
There's
And
a
we're
little park
talking
here.
now around
You can
here.
see it right here. See this little area here as you're going down there?
Huh.
This is the parking area for the state.
Yeah,
There's a
we
trail
just
that comes
talked.
in. It's this trail here. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
You kind of come in
Hatched
here
line.
and it comes in here. It comes down. But
Yeah,
there's
that
a-
little green hatched
Yeah,
line.
there's almost a wetland. There's some
It
kind of-
is, yeah,
There's a
right.
lot of pine here, but inside it's unusual to have a wetted area inside a pine grove like that. So,
Mm.
Yeah, on the bottom of the screen you can see some flooding there.
maybe next
Down.
meeting, yeah, down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
right
there.
here.
That's probably what you were saying.
Right.
It's just popping out there.
It's coming out from somewhere, but
Mm-hmm.
They
And then
want
it's
it-
draining, so yeah, you can see that's your potential vernal pool unless you put
Right.
your layer on, and it might be a,
I don't know if it's gonna come. Let's see if it gets picked up on there.
Where is
Oh,
that?
yeah, this area here. There's a trail. The trail there's an equestrian trail, so it's up here. So this area here, there's this trail that comes through here. I don't know if you can see it on the screen.
I'll zoom in a little bit.
Yeah. I should have had the photos. I'm gonna go get them if you want.
I see a little dirt. Violet, yeah.
It comes down here, this
Yeah.
little trail here, but there's a wetland here, and it floods and it flows right over that trail down into here, so they can't just go ahead and, it gets so muddy that they wanted to fill it up with gravel.
Hmm.
If it was dry,
It won't stay.
if it was dry, I'd be like, go right ahead.
Yeah.
But when I went out this weekend, I was like, no way.
No, right,
It's
well, it's a
almost-
hydraulic connection.
It's
Yeah,
well,
it's-
yeah.
And the gravel wouldn't even stay.
When you go out there when
The
it's,
washer one.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right, so,
You can't prevent that from
No.
happening.
Where is that? What, is that a street? What street is that on the right?
this is Wallace Street. This is-
Okay.
So you come from this, you know, from the causeway, you come from the
Yep.
causeway.
Yep.
Up here on the right,
Gotcha.
that little parking lot area.
Right.
Okay.
And these are
I was amazed at how
part
much
of the
water
trees
was
that
flowing.
that were
Yeah.
There's a lot
targeted
of water
for,
everywhere.
Well, yeah, the state wanted, this is the one where they wanted to cut down, they said, some of them are
Yeah,
trails,
two.
some are picnic
Oh, that's over
areas,
here,
some
though, yeah.
are-
200 or,
That's
There's
where,
200 to 300 of them, they said. I think they were mostly pines, too.
Yeah.
yeah, that's over here on
Red,
on the boat ramp area.
Wallen.
yeah,
Wallen
well,
Lake.
I'm like,
Yeah,
not the rest.
not the res, it's a different section. But when I was out there, I asked the guy, and he says the bid was awarded and sometime next month.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
That's a lot of trees.
so what did we do in summary? What did we do to number 3 and number 4?
Passover.
Both of them?
Yep.
And we passed over 2.
Yep, we need an as-built for
Okay.
a couple of them. So, we are going to sign.
There was something last time that she wanted us to come in and sign because we had missed one page or something.
Yeah. Where is that?
Oh, so what's the deal on the chairs?
Are you guys going forward with funding?
I don't know.
No. No, yours.
No, it's not on the agenda, and I think we've already voted no.
Is there a piece of paper here about that?
Yeah, there was, she stuck it in there.
So we're still,
I think we should get chairs donated to us
Okay.
if we want chairs.
Hey, we got a light.
I know, that's a lot better than a chair, actually.
Where'd that come from? Is that new?
We requested it at planning board,
you
like
missed,
2 months ago.
you didn't
a
notice
month
it
and a
all
half
I
of
didn't
ago.
notice.
Oh, yeah,
You're
it's,
kidding.
How could
it's,
you miss
it's
that?
amazing.
I don't know if maybe it was out all these years.
I think it's new.
I said,
I was
"Didn't
trying to
do
tell the
white."
guy over here to pull the easel over here under the
Yeah, I
light.
know,
that's why-
the only time somebody sets it up
Use
over
it up.
there.
Right.
Well, I could see
He's
all
trying to
the-
get away from the glaring light, I
You could
guess.
see all the old plans from the 90s.
Yeah. Okay,
Which one is this?
Steve, do you have anything else?
Sign all the stuff.
Or do you want this? There's only 2 things to sign, right?
And then we did Whitin's res and, is Whitin's res in there?
Yep,
Which one was that?
NLKQ, something, something.
One copy, one
Oh,
signature.
that's Whitin's res.
Yep. I think the other one was like some sort of
Yeah,
bond.
Douglas Hill Way. That's
Art,
Uh,
I guess you're the only one that had to sign.
Nope, I'm good. no.
Okay, board, anything else? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll definitely, I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
And wishing everybody
I definitely make
Happy
that.
happy
Happy
holiday.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And motion been made, seconded, all those in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
Thank you.
easy peasy.